Voted for marijuana legalization than Governor Scott himself. That's amazing. New York City made a historical 25-gram rule. We're going to tell you more about it. This is the Nug Life Radio Show, a higher level of education for the cannabis counterculture community. If you're listening to us right now, you're on 89.1 KNSJ, or you're listening on nugliferadio.com. We are here to destroy the negative stigmas that are placed on people who consume cannabis in their day-to-day life. I'm your host, 420 comedian Medicinal Mike, here with 30-year cannabis activist. Oh, my goodness. Cannabis activist, family physician, addiction counselor, Dr. Wayne Kelly from Compassionate Harvest Medical Clinic. He's our, in case I have a heart attack or my diabetes kicks in.
How you doing tonight, Mike?
Yeah, no diabetes flare-ups.
I want to give a shout-out to someone, Mike.
Oh, really?
Veterans.
Is this your first shout-out?
This is my first shout-out.
Go ahead, do it up.
Shout-out to veterans. It's Veterans Day.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I knew that all day. I thought it was vegetarian, so I haven't eaten any meat. Not a lick, not a bologna sandwich.
I want to give a shout-out to all those veterans that use cannabis, and all those veterans are in my practice that we're supporting, and so good work, and keep at it, guys.
If you're a veteran and you owe me money, we're going to just squash it to zero this week. No, I'm just kidding. Also, sitting in with us, very happy to have very well-known activist in the community, Janice McGowan. Jackie, how you doing?
I'm great, Fetty Mike. How are you?
Fetty Mike. That's my new nickname because I'm a narc. I've gotten medicinal ego this week, too. So I'm a big supporter of me and everything that has to do with me.
You're going to have to explain that joke, you know.
There's you have people out there, and it's assumed that I might be a federal agent. I don't know how to make that funny.
No, that is funny, Mike.
So yeah, that's the like some people might be KGB. That's me. I don't know. That's where I'm going to go with that. There's no joke to it. I'm Fetty Mike. How you doing?
Sure.
Speaking to my
nickname.
shirt button.
It's a great nickname. I'm going to get a hat made.
You are a super activist. You work with the Human Solution. I could tell because you're wearing the badge, the green ribbon, and the cross.
I was just officially trained today in order to start a chapter in Alaska.
That is cool. What kind of a vigorous training process is there to be a Human Solution in Alaska? That sounds like punishment. Like when you do something wrong in the Human Solution and somebody gets annoyed, we're going to send her to Alaska. Put her on like an iceberg and just float her. Go teach people about cannabis out there.
Exactly. It was not that vigorous, but it was very inspirational. We were on a conference call with activists in Ohio, starting chapters in many different parts of the country right now. And we're extremely successful right now in Washington and Colorado, thanks to recreational.
Yay! All those places still doing good. Colorado still recreational now. Washington D.C., Oregon, Alaska.
Washington State.
And then where is it right now that one of the states out there is having an issue because they're still Portland is where it is. And the cops are still arresting people for marijuana and causing a huge thing because they don't want to they don't want to flip yet. I think it takes a few days for the laws to kick in effect. It doesn't go right in once the vote does it?
No.
It's like you wait till
days,
January or something. But they're still arresting them. They're trying to get all them tax dollars. But the judge is just, of course, kicking them right back out to the street, causing a huge waste in time if you live in Portland and you are being bodily harmed right now and you're wondering why the police have not shown up just yet. That's because they're arresting somebody for a joint.
Well, it has momentum, right? The whole complex of law enforcement to arrest people for marijuana. It has a certain momentum to it, and it's hard to stop it, I think.
You're going to have those rogue cops that just don't care. They've probably been working the force, beat cops for like 40, 50 years, and they're not having it. They're still probably busting people for alcohol. all for prohibition.
Yeah.
What's going on with Alaska? They're recreational now?
Recreational just passed, yes.
But there's nobody, get real close to that mic, but there's nobody up there.
That's why I'm hoping to implement the drone delivery service.
That's
no, dog sled delivery.
Sleds, that's a great idea.
You have drones, you just tie eighth baggies to the bottom of them and you send them out over the villages because everything is flown in. out there. You live in different sections of Alaska, and you have to have all your provisions flown in. I know alcohol is like illegal on most of the reservation lands out there. My buddy was selling vodka at like $300 a bottle because you have to smuggle it into the country. Sending videos of moose. Like mooses. I don't know how to moose.
You don't mean you don't. I don't know.
What's the plural for moose?
Moose.
You don't mean the beer, obviously.
Yeah, no, I'm for. I'm all for alcohol being illegal. I'll tell you that right now. I don't drink. I was a bartender. I see the appeal. I watch people, but I mean, I watch people just become their worst version of themselves with alcohol. I've never seen with cannabis. Nobody have I ever gotten high with where they just turn into a whole nother person. Where you're like, I don't even recognize you, and they have to come to apologize to you the next day. That's never happened.
Right. They want to either eat something, listen to music, or have sex.
Yeah, if they have sex with me and eat all my food,
It leaves a bad taste in your
right?
mouth.
I'm gonna be like, hey, Tommy, you're not coming over this week again. Jacqueline, what's your favorite part of being an activist?
The people.
You lie. Activist people are horrible.
No, I've met some of the most amazing people. Of
Really?
course, you know, there's crazies everywhere you go, but I really have met some inspirational, truly amazing people that have been fighting a lot longer than I have, and it gives me hope. You know, I've had a lot of elderly activists that have said to me, "Oh, honey, I'm not worried now that it's in your hands." You know,
Right.
and that's just a great feeling.
No, that is. You kind of
Yeah.
pass the torch along. It was probably a lot harder, I think, back in their day. They were a little more thumbed against because that was like the roaring 20s of activism when they would stone you and you would just be shunned out of the community for saying, hey, I smoke marijuana. So it's nice to see that they're leaving it to people who, you know, all that hard work is they feel comfortable in it. So there's nothing worse than feeling like your cause is dying on a generation of dumb butts, you know.
Well, I think you have to be pretty tough to be an activist, either whenever.
No, that's absolutely. With a lot of free time on your hands. 760-798-3127. If you want to call in, this is a live call-in show. Feel free to ask Dr. Kelly anything you want. We have a great show coming up today. We have Patrick Vander Herk. I hope I said that right. He's going to be talking to us from the Netherlands, where it is 5 a.m. right now. We're going to call him at 6 a.m. his time, so we'll start the second part of the show. He is the author of the book Green Gold. It's been translated into 5 languages, and it's about the struggles of a man. Well, I don't want to give anything away, but it's a man who has had the down part of life and has used selling cannabis in an anti-cannabis society to get ahead. And he's going to be up later telling us all about it. It's going to be fantastic. We have Billy Bless coming on today. This dude is incredible. He was in a 3-month coma, right? Imagine just going to sleep forever for 3 months. And then you wake up, all your friends have beards. He's going to be coming on, and he is all about cannabis, and he's healing with cannabis and recovering with it. And he's going to tell us his wonderful story, and we're going to hear what he dreamed about for 3 months. That's like the longest movie ever. Like the people in your dreams have age progression. We're also going to have Kim Drowan in. She's going to talk about Tap That Ash. It's an entertainment company that is connecting cannabis people. I love exposing and giving a lot of attention we can to a lot of the new cannabis industries that are out there and creating themselves businesses. Because when you're starting a business, it's hard enough. When you're starting a cannabis business, it's as hard as it gets because people are judging you before you get into the front door. And speaking of the front door, she gave us some cool hats. We're very happy about that. So check out the pictures. You'll see photographs all over the Facebook next couple days or whatever. So we do have an action-packed show. 760-798-3127. That's where you'll be able to call in today. Talk about anything with us. Whew, I painted an RV this week. I want you to know it's a Ninja Turtle RV. Everybody's asking why you didn't paint weed leaves all over it. And that's because I'm not stupid. I don't want to get pulled over every 4 minutes driving across country with a bunch of comedians. So yeah. You ever drove through Texas with a 4-foot tall weed leaf on the side of a 1973 Dodge RV? The weed leaf is just a cover that we're really a meth lab.
I'm happy to hear you're using your brain, Mike.
Yeah. Well, you know, I actually designed it out and I looked at it and I'm like, this is not bright. This is not bright.
Just put a big red cross through it, and they'll think you're anti-cannabis, and you'll avoid all the tickets. You know.
I thought you were going to tell me they'll think I'm an ambulance. We put a big red cross on the side. We're here to help. So it's going to be a great day. We got Jackie. She's going to sit in third chair. It's her first time on the radio.
Yes.
Or on a radio that people are listening to.
Period.
How many people you think are listening to you right now?
I have no idea.
You want to get scared?
Yes.
It's a lot. Dr. Kelly will be healing us with just the sound of his words today. If you have anything wrong with you, feel free to give a call in at 760-798-3127, and he'll just whisper a couple words in your ear, and all of a sudden you'll be able to walk.
Yes, I'll caress you with my voice.
Amazing. That's amazing. Do you have anything wrong with you, Jackie?
No, but I have a question for Dr. Kelly.
Go ahead.
Oh,
He's
go
not.
ahead.
He's not wearing a wedding ring.
Oh, I'm married.
Oh.
What kind of
I was
married what kind of a married man doesn't wear a wedding ring?
Oh, a guy who doesn't like to wear rings.
I was going to ask if he was on Match.com because I was going to set him up.
You know what? He is on Match.com.
Who are you going to set me up with?
My Match.com friends.
No.
All of them?
All of them. Yes.
Oh, gee, I'm flattered. No one's ever said that to me before.
You know how hard it isn't to get a doctor into any kind of a relationship these days? How easy it is to meet people if you're just like, hi, I'm Dr. Wayne. And they're like, oh, I love you, meet my mom. And
Unfortunately, I've been married for 30 years and am in a wonderful marriage.
How long have you been a physician? 30 years.
30 years. They started at the same time.
You never got to do the rush part of, hey, ladies, I'm the doctor's in the house.
No, I missed that.
Well, maybe some of your kids will get into medical school.
I had my first child when I was in second year medical school.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's got to be complicated. Or you know what? It's probably harder for the your missus.
Oh, you bet it is.
Yeah. Thanks,
But I'm
Jackie,
flattered.
turning
Thank
us
you.
into a weird show.
Yes, I did.
How's the
But
babies doing?
We should, but actually, that's an idea. We should work on hooking people up with this program, matching them in some kind of way.
Well,
Absolutely.
what I can tell you is if there's a site that actually does this, it's 420dating.org, if I remember correctly. So if you put that into your thing, it's like a Match.com for pot people. They actually just did a big story. All these cannabis dating sites are showing up, and it's working. So people are meeting each other and loving each other, and they're going up on the 420 dating, and it's like now you can go meet someone and you don't have to be like, oh, we had a great time. And then I found out she doesn't smoke pot. So I'm never going to see her again.
Yes, there's that embarrassing moment in which you say, oh, now, should I ask her if we should light up or not, right?
Right. Well, I just light up. You just light up. That's the way
up.
to do it. And either A, she doesn't smoke and she's going to smoke, or B, she's going to be cool about it, or C, she'll get up and walk out. But either way, you don't waste another $1 at the Olive Garden. Will this be the all-you-can-eat spaghetti? I don't know. Hold on. We might just need the one plate.
So we're going to start Nug Life Dating, right? This is going to be a new service we're going to provide.
Oh, God,
on
no.
air?
God, no. Do you want to hear all them problems of you know what dating sites are full of? No. I'm just, I'm just kidding. I met many of my wives on dating sites. Checks in the mail. It's funny because it's true. This is 760-798-3127. We're cannabis education, so hopefully eventually in there somewhere. THC stands for tetrahydrocannabinol, so there you go.
There you go. Education for the night. And
Just
what does
grab some
CBD stand for, Mike?
No.
Cannabinoid. Cannabidol.
Yep.
Kind of a doll. Yeah.
It took me a second that we did this last week. This was the test. I studied for it, and
This
now
is why I
the
listen
test.
to you guys. I always learn so much.
Where they're like, yeah, it's either this, or this, definitely. Yep. So if you're listening to us, you're on 89.1 KNSJ. Good news is we are going to be on another station. I can't tell you who it is because the paper's not signed, so I might look dumb next week if it doesn't go through. But if it does, wow, we're sweeping across the country. We're syndicated. We can say we're syndicated because we don't. We send our show out to another city. But soon it'll be 2 cities. That's double.
You're doing very good tonight.
I'm having a great day. I'm telling you, I'm
You're on a
jolly
roll.
today.
Yeah, you seem in a good
jolly.
mood.
It's No Shave November, so I have this new cool beard. I couldn't do like the homeless guy beard that I wanted to, that everybody else is doing. It was just gross, and it smells like pot. No shave November. Don't shave all month. Take all that money that you were going to spend on razors and you donate it to a cancer fund. So you're actually saying, hey, I'm going to grow the hair wild in protest of cancer.
Wow.
Did you know there's a new beard product coming from cannabis?
No.
Beard softening product, I believe Billy Zonka is making.
Billy Zonka. I love that guy.
A beard
Hi, Billy.
softening product.
I was just watching on Shark Tank.
that
Somebody
work on
came out
pubic
with
hair?
one. Oh, that would so work on pubic hair. It's Billy Zonka, the southern region. Remember this. We need to care for pubic hair just as much as beard hair.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
It's the first thing that comes out. Like guys are like, hey, I want to smell like hemp down there. And
Yeah.
what I'm doing now is I'm inhaling and then you try to exhale through your shirt into the top of your jeans, right?
Yeah, I want to see this in Walgreens.
Who
you know?
does this?
This is you don't try to get that smell to go all over you.
Raise your hand in this room right now if you do this.
That's how what we do is this is how you
Okay, Mike, put down your hand.
any kind. It's like a topical. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Billy Zonka, put it out there. We appreciate any kind of pubic hair stuff that you can.
Yeah,
that
and I
works on
wanna
my
see
face
it on the
too.
Walgreens shelf, right?
And it
Pubic
works
hair
on-
softener.
And it works on your face. We're having a great time. 760-798-3127. We're going to have a great show. We have Billy Blast coming in next. He's going to talk with us and talk about recovering from a 3-month coma. Can you believe that? 3-month coma with cannabis. So it's going to be fantastic.
It was the nurses smoking in the room with him that woke him up, right?
You know what it is? It was probably the smell of popcorn because that's what does it for me. Every time I fall asleep and you smell popcorn cooking, it just snaps me right. No? Okay. This is the Nug Life Radio Show, a higher level of education for the cannabis community at 760-798-3127. We're going to be back right after these messages. Also, a quick disclaimer. Anything we say doesn't necessarily mean it comes out of Envisage or KNSJ. We might not even know what we're talking about. We're just having a good time, and hopefully we're teaching you something more than you didn't know when you started the show. We'll be right back after this silly song from Avila and the Flying Penguins.
Don't you want